a spin-heavy bowling innings, and it was really only up in the power play here where there was a bit of success at first. Asim Sheikh, I think.
And he comes a long way down as well, because I don't think it's the worst shot, but he is a long way down. And here we go. There is the first one.
Off in 12 months to turn this into a proper stadium, a fitting stadium, a real home. Got him straight through. It's been on for the first time of the lights. There was a bit of dew about. Got him! Oh, that's beautifully bowled. An immediate impact.
Cut away. That's in the gap. Work to do for the field and the deep. He'll give up. That's a lovely four.
But it's a different looking team.
That's a brilliant hit. In the gap.
Far. Front foot, all okay. Big moment, massive moment.
It's very close, and it looks like to be going in favor of the fielding side. Great glove work behind the stumps by Ben Charlesworth. Nasir Sheikh maybe just went that extra bit of stride forward, despite having those long levers. Don't think he's made it in time. You've got to have some part of your foot behind the wicket. Well,
Big reach here from Mayan. It has to be, because Milan Kumar's length has been perfect. So he has to stretch and gets it up and over.
Whipped away stylishly. That'll go all the way. Much more like it.
Sports. It's a brilliant opportunity for these kids.
Now hammered, high, handsome, and just enough. Mohammad Adil Alam settled underneath it. He got
in this innings.
Very well played and well placed too. He'll get the full reward of a boundary. Floodlights. Comes across his crease, but that's an excellent piece of... Get into the offside, hasn't got much of it, but will get enough to pick up at least the single. He's got to get going to get back for two. Show why he's here now from Sri Lanka. And that's exactly why he's here. I think he might have for the final ball. Hits that very well. Lovely little cameo from Rupesh Singh. A pretty significant advantage to the men in teal. They have been excellent with the ball, but for the batters, Asim Sheikh and Mayan Yadav, two of the hometown stars, the real pick of them. Big disappointment for the overseas trio, Lahiru Malantha, Jan Nicol Lofty-Eaton, Sanjay Krishnamurthy, between them just 11 runs. The overseas players will not have it all their own way because there is so much local talent here. 22 for Samarakun, and it was 130 for 6. Opening partnership looked good, but after that the wickets really hurt things.
Yes, but they lost their skipper. There was nothing there on the board, and then it was that man Asif who was doing all the damage. Once he departed, things started going south for them, taking them to that score of 130. They do have the runs on the board. That 48 partnership between Mayan and Lahiru, how important would it be in the context of this game?
Well, now we're delighted to have Jess Crow, our official MPL presenter, as part of the team. I think
to come out there and defend a relatively low total. 130 is what they have on the board.
But take a last season 14 wickets for him with the ball in hand. Gets an inside edge. Begins with a streaky 4. They all count. Cut, new ball. You could do that much more better. That could be one of the reasons. That's been cut away. Short and wide, asking to be hit. And that's a very fine strike from the bat of Tripathi. That's a lovely hit. That's just over point, and that's going to race away as well for a 4. Don't bother running. Ben Charlesworth gets off the mark. Sure, Mahato certainly want to find his form. He's been off color in the last couple of months. Edged, and that flies past slips and goes towards the third man.
Tell to the ground in this magnificent looking machine.
That's in the gap. And that's going to be 4. Touch too full, and Tripathi obliges.
Yes, when you're in the power play, it's absolutely spot on. That's in the air, over the top. Oh, geez, he made a hash of it. That'll be a boundary. They will do a boundary check. Asif Sheikh, the star of the show in the first innings, the guilty party in the second.
He just felt he got too casual by the end of it. Had to come around it. Maybe had he attacked it, with pace not being on the ball while it was going towards the boundary, he could have stopped it. Not a convincing hit here by Tripathi. And there it is. Had enough time to cut it off. Oh dear.
I'm sure someone like a Shiv Narayan Chandrapal would have seen cricket played all over the world, and he knows exactly what to do. And he would have told his players, this is how you got to go about doing it. Kathmandu Gorkas.
He plays a lot of his cricket for Gloucestershire. 25-year-old Ben Charlesworth played for England under 19, Mumbai Indians, Emirates as well. So he has a fair bit of experience coming here. Appreciated by the bowler as well. He had to quickly go back. Oh, he's picked the bones out of this one, has he? That's in the gap. Back-to-back boundaries. Good finish to over number 5. A lot of runs coming in this over. As many as 10. The Kathmandu Gurkhas are looking good in this chip.
Sort of stagnated and wasn't going anywhere. Oh, this is going somewhere. This is going out the ground.
Impressive strike. Rupesh Singh has only just missed the Yorker, probably by about 6 inches or so, but that's all the modern batter needs to capitalise upon. Looks a strong bottom-handed player to me, and that's what controls this stroke. Through it comes, looking with a miracle delivery, picked up, and it goes a long way. What a pretty sight under these brand new floodlights.
The Gorkas only just missed out on
Prone to a bit of exaggeration. Goes downtown. That's going to soar into the night sky. A beautiful sight. Smash back at him. And he thinks he's held on. He says that's out. So too now does the umpire. Not the greatest delivery, but leg spinners have a habit of weaving.
Ben Charlesworth because he clatters this back. And Lofty says, I'll have that. Pretty nonchalant.
Now we're going to have this every game. We had it last year. It's the happy dent, sparkling smile, fan of the match. Congratulations. Got him. And he's back in the wickets.
Nicely hit. That's in the gap. And that's going to be 4. That's how beautifully he leant into this one.
Stadium in Texas for that Netherlands game. There's Nepalese people all over the world. Just a punch down the ground. 1 bounce, 4 more. Nice little cameo this from John Simpson.
I love this stroke. I really do. Often people don't like to go straight down the ground because it's the most cluttered area. There's an umpire, there's a non-striker, there's a bowler, there's a long on and long off. But the gap between long on and long off is vast, and Simpson finds it.
It's in the shape of his life though still, Faf du Plessis. Can't wait to see him here. Good sharp bouncer. And Milan Kumar is going to say, I'll walk off. There is just a feather of a contact. It is maybe the one weakness that Milan Kumar has, but it's probably come as too little too late. But a good moment for the young quick with that extra yard of pace.
What a cracking delivery this is.
Gerard Erasmus to the crease, the captain of Namibia, who starred in that historic, unforgettable victory for Namibia over South Africa. Your alma mater, HD. Just thought I'd remind you about that one. Big appeal and given. It's 2-2. It's cricket in Nepal. There's always a twist and turn. Anil Shah back into the attack. And somehow the Bolts are still in this.
Some were questioning, why is Anil Shah bowling? Well, he's answering them in emphatic fashion. That, I'm afraid, is clattering into leg stump. That is gone. He's bowled well here as Anil Shah, 1 for 17 in his 3 overs. But that's a very... Forget about it, that's out the ground. They won away now. That's an almighty hit.
Well, Adil Alam's trademark stroke is the helicopter shot. Not quite the full helicopter we saw blessing this ground and covering it in flowers to mark the opening night, but the mini helicopter comes out from Mohamed Adil Alam. This is why he was so in demand. Just one turn of the chopper's blades and it flies 75 metres into the deep. And the reigning champions are going to be going down to defeat. As Adil Alam, the man in demand, he hits the winning runs. It will just be the single to get them over the line. And the crowd very much favouring the Janakpur Bolts. They've been becalmed, silenced somewhat, as it will be the Gorkhas that will get their campaign underway with a win. A little bit of an anticlimactic finish out there because the players aren't quite sure, but they've done it in real style, in real comfort. And you have to say, the better of the two sides this evening on a halcyon day for the sport in this country have won very comfortably by 5 wickets.
Yeah, I must admit, when the coin went up in the air, I thought that the captain who wins the toss would consider.
Two English county players, Ben Charlesworth and John Simpson, showed us tonight. The two of them combined both struck at 200 or more this evening when other batters did not find it as easy. This is a side that looks ever so pretty with their new name, with their new logo, with their new kit. I know it's a big call, we might be looking at one of the tournament's favourites right here.
Well, it is a big call. The Bolts looked a shadow of themselves as what they were last year for the champions, but the chase. Tripathi played nicely, both openers played nicely. Charlesworth, we can see he hits the ball a long way, 46 of just 23 deliveries. Milan Kumar, 19 of 22. I love the little cameo, that is a cameo. John Simpson's 13 from 6. Just when you thought there might be a little wobble, he came in and said, and then it was Mohamed Adil Alam that took them over the line with Gerard Erasmus.
And really, to be honest,